Hello, everyone, and welcome to Brainwaves. Before we get started, can I please get a quick suggestion of a podcast that doesn't exist but should? Just go ahead and type your suggestions in the Twitch chat for us. All right, I see Cowboy Musings for our suggestion here. Hello, and welcome to the Bob's Rodeo Show with your host Bob. Today I am joined with a lovely guest co-host who will be helping me play a little game that we have set up for today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Oi, name's Chucky. I'm the first Australian cowboy to be seen in Westminster.
Thank you, Chucky. And so here on Bob's Rodeo Show, we have some lovely guests who are going to be talking to us about what they know about the world of cowboys and the Western world. So, uh, lovely experts. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm the cowman. Half man, half cow.
Thank you, Cowman. And expert number two.
Hi, I'm John. I'm CEO of a Fortune 500 business. It's called Coin Flip, and the grind never stops.
Thank you, John. And expert number three.
I am Shoni. I am an explorer from Neptune. I was the first astronaut to ever visit Earth.
Wow, that's just incredible. And so our experts here, we're going to be playing a little game. They're going to have 3 minutes to discuss what they know about the Western world of cowboys, and the last person giving their info will be the winner. And so we're going to get started right now. 3 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
So
I'll
the
take
Western
it
world.
first.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm very informed. I went to college and I was actually so smart that I dropped out after my freshman year. But I actually triple majored in business, finance, and cowboy studies. So I'm very informed on cowboys and how they affect the stock market. So actually,
challenge. Cowboys
Yes.
own the stock market, so they choose where it goes.
Tell us about the stock market and the cowboys involved.
Yes, so cowboys are actually, the stock market is made out of stockfish. And cowboys, as they are natural jockeys from birth, they ride the stockfish in their natural trajectory.
Challenge.
Yes.
It takes years of training for a cowboy to become a jockey.
It sure does. Tell us about the rigorous process involved.
You aren't just born a cowboy, you have to become a cowboy. Otherwise, it would be too easy. Cowboy is a lifestyle that you have to choose at some point in your life. That's what I learned in
Challenge.
my many years exploring.
Yes.
There are no such
Cowman?
thing as choices. Everything is predetermined from birth.
Tell us about this. This is fascinating.
That is a lesson I learned when I was born half cow, half man. I knew that I was destined to produce dairy. And life
Challenge.
is not.
Yes.
Challenge. Your failure to choose between cows and person means that there must be choosing must be a thing that you can do because you didn't do it.
You sound a little bit unsure about this. Please continue, Cowman.
Okay, so as it was written in the back of the dairy carton, it said, "When Cowman is born, an eclipse will occur." And when I was born, an eclipse did occur. And with the eclipse, there was a great famine. And when there is a famine, there's no
Challenge.
telling.
Challenge. A famine cannot be great.
Yes, Shonique. Tell
A
us about
famine
how
is a
horrible
bad thing.
famines are.
Famines are a bad thing. I remember when it stopped raining on Neptune, and there was no more food, so all the people had to eat animals and livestock, and it was a whole mess when people were we're killing animals instead of just eating plants. You see, it's very unethical on Neptune to kill animals because Neptune animals are all endangered, all of them, no matter
Challenge.
how many there
30
are.
seconds. Yes.
It's unethical
Yes,
to kill
Cowman.
plants too.
Do tell us more about ethics in killing plants.
Have you ever interviewed a plant? You haven't because you're not interested in the plant's feelings because it's not convenient
15
to
seconds.
think about it. But we cows have known for ages that plants have sensation.
Challenge. Cows don't know anything either.
Yes.
Have you ever interviewed a cow?
I have
You
not.
can't.
Tell us more.
Cows don't have feelings. Cows don't have feelings because you can't. They
Cows don't
can't
have
talk.
feelings,
Therefore, they
and that
can't.
is it. Our time is up. Thank you to our lovely guest experts. And so, Shonique, you are the winner. And so, what you have won is the enjoyment of getting interviewed by myself and our lovely co-host Chucky. And so, we're just gonna ask you some questions about your vast knowledge of the cowboy world, if that's all right with you.
Why? Thank you. I've got so much to share.
Right. So you told us that you told us a little bit that that choices are just I guess made up, or what was that? Can you clarify that?
Absolutely, yes.
Free will doesn't exist.
Choices. Choices are, well, even if everything were to be predetermined, the choices you make still are important. I remember when I was given the choice between becoming an astronaut and sitting on my couch every day. I remember I specifically said I want to be an astronaut, and I chose that path because I thought it would be cooler, and it was. And I'm very glad I did make that choice. You can read all about it in my memoir.
That's incredible. Yes. And so
Oh,
you made. Oh, do tell. Please chime in, Chucky.
um, I heard I actually I read a bit of your memoir and I found it very surprising that you got into a fight with like the state senator because he didn't want you to go to space.
Yes, yes. They were very anti everything pretty much that I was doing, but it really took a lot of political lobbying. I had to raise a lot of money and conv- basically vote out this senator because he didn't believe in space, and so it took a lot for me to get out there, but
Do you think by any chance
it was
you're
all worth it when I was traveling through the. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think by any chance your firm stance on the fact that killing plants as well that's okay, but killing animals is still a no-go? Do you think your stake in that argument perhaps played a role in getting this sway to get this senator voted out?
Oh yes, absolutely. This senator was pro murder, which did not sit well with a lot of the voters once I alerted them to that. But it's important to remember that plants are not alive. No matter how much they may exhibit things that make them look like they're alive, they are not. And therefore, any murder of plants is not only justified, but encouraged by me. Yes.
Astounding, astounding. And so, um, so now that you've exposed this senator of being pro murder and given the people the light that they were shielded from in the past, do you now that you're here on Earth, do you think good things that you could do for us? Having this
Uh,
amazing history.
Well, it's important for me that I never forget my roots as a Neptunian, because I like to think of myself as a Neptunian first, an astronaut second, and a person third, because it's so easy to forget where you come from. I think so. I try to even when people are like, hey, can you hold that door open for me? I have to remind myself constantly instantly, no, I'm a Neptunian. I cannot help you as an Earth person because we're not friends like I am with the Neptunians.
That is incredible. I think we've learned so much from our guest Shonique here. I must thank you. I think we are going to go ahead and cut to some ads now. And thank you for being a part of this. We're going to go to our ad break
Thanks for having
now.
me.
Hey, everybody. It's pretty late on a Wednesday night, and I'm sure you're all getting kind of sleepy. Don't worry if the insomnia is keeping you awake at this late hour of 9:15 p.m., because coming up after these advertisements is going to be my ASMR podcast. So if you guys would please send me some suggestions as to where we should go to listen to some ASMR, please send them in the chat. Tell us where we should go to get some really inappropriate ASMR sounds.
The Senator Gloobly has spent billions of taxpayer money going to Neptune. Is that really where you want your money to be going? Senator Gloobly has lobbied against murder. Do you really want your right to murder to be taken away? Vote against Senator Gloobly. Vote for Senator Sin.
Are you tired of making choices in your life? Gosh, it's like every day you have to choose something multiple times a day, even. Well, no more. Hire me. I'll be your personal decision maker. No promises I'll make the right decision, but for sure you won't have to make any. I'll make them all for you. What are you having for dinner tonight? Don't worry about it. I'll tell you. Thank you. Hire me. Please call me. Find my Gmail on Craigslist. Thank you. Bye.
Are you tired of burning your mouth on scalding hot pizza out of your oven? Well, have we got the solution for you? Frozen pizzas from the grocery store have diseases in them, like salmonella, so that's why you need to cook them. But with our blue laser pizza cooker, you can enjoy that ice cold pizza without the risk of salmonella and diarrhea. Buy a blue laser and you can have as much cold pizza as you want. Call now.
Are you tired of having to make decisions? So are we. Buy a coin. We'll give you a coin. You can simply flip it every time you have to make a decision. Do I accept the marriage proposal? Flip a coin. Flip a coin.
Are you confused as to where the hell you would buy a coin? What are you going to pay for it with? Another coin? You already got one. Don't listen to the previous ad. He's trying to sell you something that you already own. Brought to you by the Board of Common Sense. All right, guys, thank you for listening to those advertisements. We're back here. It's me, Karen, and my co-host. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name's John.
All right, and welcome to Karen and John's Sleepy Time ASMR podcast. Now, we got a lot of good suggestions as to where to take our microphones, but by far the best one we saw was a inside a car at a car wash. Now, I just felt like there's going to be so many interesting, fun noises while we go through this car wash. And so we've actually loaded all our equipment into my tiny little punch bug, and we are going to get it a nice car wash. So there's not really anything to hear right now besides the really loud hum of my car's engine because I need it tuned up. And it's an interesting noise, but it's not exactly the most relaxing noise. And it kind of
It makes me nervous because I feel like at any moment my car might break down.
Oh no, it looks like your car, the check engine light is on, and it's making a noise. Let's get closer to that. Yep, that's the check engine light.
For sure. But the check engine light is usually on. I just actually I cover it up with some Sharpie marker, so that just must have rubbed off. But we have, luckily the car wash is only about a mile away from our studios, so we're just pulling in now, and I just have to speak with the attendant real quick to purchase what kind of car wash I want. So go ahead and listen in while I do that. Hey, I'd like to wash my car. Just give me.
What?
I'd like to wash my car.
You have to buy. Do you have a membership card?
No, I'm not a member.
It's
I need to
$50 then.
50. What? 1 second. Hey, John, would you happen to have some money?
Ask her if she wants
Don't worry,
a
Karen.
membership
I
card.
have an idea, but we have to get out of the car real quick.
Oh, okay. All right. Make sure
let
you
me
grab
just-
the microphone.
Oh yeah, of course. Let me just open the car door real quick.
It fell off the hinges. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Oh
Hi.
goodness.
Sorry. This is really embarrassing, but John seems to have broken my car door, and it was definitely his fault and not something that was going to happen with time. John.
I'm sorry. You can, if you listen closely, you can hear the sound of my of the guilt hitting my soul.
Pooh, pooh, pooh.
Well,
Yep,
anyway,
there it is.
this is a live podcast. You know, we can't pause now to fix the car door. So, John, what was your idea?
Okay, so right there, there's a red sedan right behind us. Lady, hold on, we need to get in your car real quick.
Hey, what is this?
Let's just
Hi,
keep
ma'am.
going through the car wash.
Yeah, we're just recording a podcast. Don't worry about it. You won't even know we're here.
What?
Yeah.
What? Who are you people? Okay. Oh,
Just take the car out of park. Do it slowly so the audience can hear it.
okay.
Now, this is an automatic car wash, so, Miss, what's your name?
Janet.
Okay, so our special guest Janet is just going to inch her way up onto the track that will pull her car along. And you can see that the second attendant is just going to direct her when to stop, and she's pulling forward, pulling forward, pulling forward, pulling forward,
Stop!
pulling. All right, and we made it under the track. So the car
You
wash
really
was.
have to narrate everything?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Being honest, guys,
Yeah.
I don't think she's that safe of a driver, to be honest. She didn't even look behind her as she got moving.
Okay.
And I don't think she's ever heard of a podcast before. I mean, we have to narrate everything, or else, people can't tell what's going on. There's no video.
Are you guys making fun of me? You guys, you know, you didn't have to get into my car if you're gonna make this commentary about make all this commentary about me. You can go pick someone else. Okay.
The car wash is starting. We
Sorry.
need to listen to the water hitting the windshield. Oh, that's the giant globs of soap falling down from the squirters.
It's really muffled though. Let me roll down the window real quick so I can get a better sound. It's hand
Hey, wait,
cranked, so
Oh, and it would seem
oh
that
god.
John is now covered in auto soap, and so is the interior of Janet's car. But that's
Yeah.
quite all right because, I mean, just listen to the sound the seat makes when I squish all the liquid inside of it. Yeah,
Absolutely amazing.
a very cool sound. And now we are actually making our way up to the rotating cloth barrel where it just like slaps the heck out of your car while you drive under it. So I'm really excited to hear this. Oh, and the attendant is applauding us because we did such a good job through the car wash. That made me feel really good for him to clap like that. Thank you, thank you. He
You
must be
go.
a fan of. He's a fan of the podcast.
It's
But
always good to meet a fan, unlike Janet.
yeah, unlike
Hey.
Janet. But anyway, we're just pulling up to the blow dryers now, and this is my favorite part. I always just feel like the windscreen is gonna collapse in, and I just can't wait to hear. Wow, that was just amazing. Oh, there's a second set of blow dryers in this car wash. I can't believe it. I've never seen
Wait a
that
second.
before.
Oh, wait a second. It's cold air. Oh no, that's gonna mix with the warm air, and that's gonna create a tornado.
Oh, it's going.
Oh.
That's very interesting. I've never seen a car wash that ends in a tornado every time. But luckily, it was a very small tornado. Extremely
Oh,
loud, though.
looks like did not was apparently very scared. I see that she has started writing down a will in the driver's seat there.
These crazy people. Oh my god. I don't know if I'm gonna get out of this.
All right. Well, Janet, that's about all the time we have for today. Thank you for letting us
You guys are leaving? Thank God.
borrow your
Janet, hand off the
vehicle.
phone.
And we do actually need to we need to go back and get back in my car and repair the door. So while we do that, we are going to go to more commercials. And please, guys, make sure you're listening to these commercials because I need the money to see a mechanic now that John broke my door. So thank you, everyone, and we'll see you again for another episode next week.
I said I was sorry.
This Thursday, the show that you've been waiting for, Frederick's question and answer show, where you've got the questions and Frederick's got the answers. Come join me, Frederick, and whoever I decide to have on my podcast. It's my podcast, not anyone else's. My podcast, I have who I want on it, and I'm going to have whoever the heck I want on it to answer whatever the heck questions I want to answer. So tune in this Thursday and come to Frederick's podcast.
Ben, give me my blanket back.
No. This is my blanket now.
Ben, it's mine. Mom got it for me, not you.
Well, the will of the stronger is gonna be the one that determines who gets the blanket.
Ben, that doesn't even make sense. You know, you haven't been the same since you started reading all those books, and I just want my blanket back.
Oh yeah? I think reading books is good. I think reading books has made me question authority and made me more disobedient.
Ben, I don't care. I just want my blanket. It's my blankie. I need it to go to sleep.
If you need the blanket to go to sleep, why did you lose it?
You took it.
This scenario and scenarios like these happen in many households across America. Don't give your children books. This is sponsored by Concerned Mothers Against Books.
Will you call this number? The illusion of choice prevails at all times. Whether or not you call this number is not up to you. It is predetermined at birth whether or not you will call this number. Whatever I say in this advertisement is irrelevant because it is all predetermined through choice. So, If you were chosen, wait. Call the number. If you, yeah.
I'm gonna prove this guy wrong and choose to call the number.
That's right. With Cool Phones number 5, you can call any number you want, not just the numbers you're destined to play.
Thanks, cool phone number 5.
Wait a second. What's this strange thing under my rug?
Hello!
Whoa!
It's me, the Magic 8 Cube.
The Magic 8 Cube?
Yes, simply give me a shake and I'll answer any of your craziest questions.
Okay. What's my favorite color?
Answer unclear. Please try again.
Sometimes when you have a bad
Aw.
internet connection, you can't figure out what you gotta figure out. Verizon.
Elizabeth, what happened to
Yeah,
my Venus flytrap plant?
I hit it.
Why? Why would you hit my friend, the Venus flytrap?
I have hidden it so that way you will have to find it.
Well, that won't be too much trouble. I'll just call out to him and he'll respond. Oh, Harold, 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 where have you been hidden? Did you do something to Harold? Why can't he speak anymore?
This summer.
Well, he may be a little bit far away, perhaps.
A man and his plant
Where did you put him?
will go the distance.
I
I'll
put
find
him
you,
in an
Harold.
undisclosed location.
I'll find Harold, wherever he may be.
Finding Harold. A plant's journey.
Thanks for tuning in to Frederick's question and answer show, the show where Frederick gets to ask the questions, and it's Frederick's podcast. No one else influences me. I'm my own individual person. Let's introduce our hosts, the people that I, Frederick, have chosen to have on my podcast. Let's see our first panelist.
Hi, I'm Nancy. You may know me as Frederick's mom. I'm so happy to be on my son's podcast. I've wanted to go on for so long, but he just keeps saying, Mom, no, you're going to embarrass me. But I think I'm going to do a good job.
Thank you, panelist number 1, Nancy. You're doing a great job not embarrassing me so far. Haha, just kidding. You are embarrassing me. Tone it down, Mom. Panelist number 2.
Name's Mike. Try to keep my name out of your mouth, thanks.
All right, panelist number 2. Okay. Okay, panelist number 3. What is your name?
My name's Globe Moth. I'm a wizard from the Northern Plains.
Clove Moth. Love having you here. Can't wait to hear what you have to answer for our great questions. All right. Now, all week long, we've been getting emails for questions, and I'm gonna have to read some that are in my stream chat. So I'll look through my questions. No, not that one. All right, I see a question. This one is from Timmy D, and he says, I'm looking to jump down instead of up. He wants to jump down. Panelists, do you have any advice on that? Nancy, let's hear from you.
Oh, I remember when Francis used to go through this entire thing as well. I find that the way he was able to solve it was able to go up into an elevated spot and then jump to a lower elevation, and that was a way of jumping down. He was so cute.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense, Mom. I mean, Mom Nancy. Um, that seems like a pretty good advice. I'm not sure exactly what Timmy wants, but I think that might work. Mike, number 2. What do you have?
Yeah, so I think you're a bit like me, Timmy. I think you see that other people, everyone else is all like, oh, everyone jumps up, but you don't want to be like other people. You must be, because you clearly you don't want to be like other people and jump up. I am the same way. So my suggestion is just try different things. There's got to be a way, that doesn't conform to the social norms that society sets for us. You don't need to jump up, you can jump down.
Well, that's a great answer, Mike. I'm really glad you came on our podcast for this unique perspective. Globe Moth, what do you have
Moths
to say?
moths can't even jump, right? They flap around. They can reach their destinations, but they didn't even have to invent jumping. And your question just presupposes that, oh, that's the only way that I can move about. And I mean, I just think that's the problem. That's the fundamental problem. Motion.
That makes sense. I think in certain circumstances, Glomoth, that is a great answer. All right, I'm gonna grab another question for my panelists. This one's coming from James Robot. It's, my roommate doesn't know how to clean up after his dog. How do I tell him to clean up after his stinky dog? All right, Nancy, what do you think? Because I feel like I know what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
Frederick used to. I bought Frederick a dog against my better judgment, and he wouldn't clean up after it either. I know exactly what you are going through. I think the best way to do it is you have to, be firm, and you have to tell him, or you have to tell your roommate that he needs to start picking up after his dog, and if he isn't going to respond to that, I would suggest getting I'm assuming since it's a roommate, you live in an apartment, getting your landlord or someone of authority to maybe help mediate this situation.
I knew you would say that, Mom. And it's just like it's poop is biodegradable. I literally don't understand why you have to pick it up. Mike, what do you say? Let's hear from you.
Yeah. This makes sense. You know what I have to say? Out. Complete. Just find a way. Either confront about him. This is the problem. I'm telling you. People are the problem. I think that if you find a way, either directly to ask your roommate or whatever to leave, that they need to be out. And if that doesn't work, maybe try and be the worst person possible to him and make him leave. They need to leave.
I think that's maybe a way to solve that problem. Maybe if, yeah, I think that might work. Maybe. Glowmouth, what do you think?
There won't be any dogs left. There won't be any dogs left when the moths are done. When the moths consume, there won't be roommates to complain about. And I think that's important. I think that's important. If you don't listen, I know why you're sending me this message. You're asking me to stop. You're asking me, oh, my roommate, my dog. But for what? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Frederick, I'm
That,
concerned. I'm concerned with the people you're hanging out with.
Mom, do you want to be invited back?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. You can talk about this afterwards, or maybe not. All right, we got our last question before ads, the question is breakfast really the best way to start the day? Or is there maybe a better way to start your day every morning? Mom, what do you think? Nancy, sorry.
It's like I used to tell Frederick, a grumbly tumbly makes you very grumbly. So I would say that absolutely breakfast is always important. Every time I didn't give Frederick his breakfast, he would be cranky, he would start rebelling. Yes, is my answer.
Well, thank you, Nancy. That is a great answer, and it will be your last answer because this will not be happening again. You will
Oh,
not be invited back. Mike, why don't you give us an answer that doesn't suck?
Yeah, you know what? Breakfast is important. You know why? Because breakfast is just you and the cereal bowl. It's just alone time. Other meals, lunch, dinner, people try to invade and they're like, let's get lunch, let's get dinner, But with breakfast, only crazy people invite you out to breakfast. So you can just turn them down. Breakfast is alone time, and that's fantastic. Good, good. Breakfast, good.
That's a good answer, Mike. I like the conviction. Globmoth, Globmoth, what's your thoughts?
Uh, I know you wrote this question, Cynthia. I know what you're trying to get at. I mean, I missed the date. I missed one breakfast date during our anniversary, and I understand. Oh, that ruined breakfasts for me forever. You shouldn't try to destroy the world because I hate breakfasts. Now, I'm Cynthia. I'm just saying you don't have to hate breakfast because of one mistake that I've made, and maybe it's not the best version to start the day. That one time I missed it. Okay, you can remind me.
All right, Globmoth, thank you for that answer. Um, very, very well thought out. Well, we're gonna have to cut to ads, but thanks for coming to Frederick's question and answer podcast. It was great having you, and remember, it's my podcast. I do what I want, so don't ask any more questions. Bye. Cut to ads.
There are some things in this world that can't be explained. There are some encounters that go beyond the fifth kind. Tune in later tonight to Encounters of the Sixth Kind for an encounter with the supernatural. Meow.
Meow. Meow.
Meow.
We outnumber you.
Meow.
yeah. Woof.
Oh no.
Let me go. I'm a peaceful cat.
Well, if you guys back off, I guess I'll let you go.
We'll fight to the death over it.
What?
We'll fight.
I mean, I don't, one second. Hey Jim, these cats are like totally giving me the stink eye. I don't, they want to fight to the death, and I just don't.
Have
Any,
your cats been cranky? Because cranky cats don't get along well with other dogs. So if your cats are cranky, then give them Meow Mix, the best cat food that will make your cranky cat not so cranky no more.
Welcome back to Encounters of the Sixth Kind, sponsored by Cranky Cats. Today we are going to be telling you a horrifying story about an encounter with a supernatural entity. And in fact, our medium is harnessing the spirits of chat to figure out what entity we will be talking about today. One entity that is too horrifying to name, or maybe a familiar entity that was just subverted, that was twisted in a way that no one had seen. So if we could just get an entity through the chat. I see in-laws. I see in-laws. You see, our story begins, this reenactment begins with a planned visit.
Hi, Mr. Johnson. It's really nice to meet you finally. Hello, sir. Sir. Um, you can come inside now.
You're trying to get in contact with Mr. Johnson?
Yeah, Mr. Johnson is my wife's dad, and I just haven't seen him since the wedding, and I'm worried he's mad at me.
Oh, Mr. Johnson's been gone for years.
What?
Mr. Johnson got swallowed by the dirt years ago.
I mean, our wedding was only 6 months ago.
Oh no, I'm Wilfred. I'm from these parts, and Mr. Johnson he passed like a decade ago or so. There was a terrible accident at the mill.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I asked for his daughter's hand in marriage, and we got married, and he walked her down the aisle, and there were witnesses. I mean, we had like 30 of our closest friends there.
Well, there were also witnesses when Mr. John passed. I mean, ma'am, I just think your story doesn't check out.
Just, I can't believe it. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, ma'am, I mean, welcome to town. There's a pizza place you can go to if you need some advice.
The people at the pizza place will know about my perturbing apparition.
Well, the pizza place, I mean, when I was having trouble with my marriage, I went to the pizza place and I got a pizza, and I realized that I wasn't spending enough time at home.
Hours later. So tell me, the passing of the supposed passing of Mr. Johnson, how does that make you feel?
Well, pizza, Jimmy, I just, I'm ve- I never knew the guy well. I mean, I'm not sad about it, but I just, it doesn't make sense. I'm so confused, Jimmy.
Oh yes, I know, I know. There have been many people who come in here and they say, I don't I thought this person was alive, but it turns out that they had actually died. And you end up getting like these false memories of them often. It's a very strange thing that happens, especially in this town.
I just,
So you're definitely not alone, Lisa.
well, thank you, but I just feel like, how do I tell my wife that her dad's been dead for years? I just, I don't know what to say to her. I never thought I'd
Oh,
have to.
you continue.
I just mean, I never thought I'd have to bring someone news like this. Like, it's one thing if, her dad just died, but I have to tell her that the past 10 years he's been dead.
That's absolutely rough. I would recommend, of course, for an additional fee of $30, I could do that for you.
You do that for me?
Yes, for $30, of course, and the toppings. It'll be a sorry for your loss pizza. I just put a single candle in the middle of it.
Okay.
Cut.
And that's the cheaper option?
Well, the cheaper option is I just sing "It's Been a Long Time Without You, My Friend" on the kazoo.
Oh, that one for sure.
Cut to one day later.
Okay then.
So you told them all? Everyone knows now?
Well, yeah, everyone knows.
Ha 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 ha. The plan is going all according to plan. Soon the whole town will think that he's dead.
Yes. And with that, he will be willing to share his enormous fortune with us, his best friends from college.
Yes. The insurance money will just be the cherries on top.
Of course,
For more
we still have to get a topic of.
more importantly than even the money is he now has a clean slate, and he can do all sorts of jobs for us as an unknown, unidentified person.
Yes. And in turn,
We
he will
can,
help us
yes,
when we need to
can.
disappear.
Mm-hmm. We can, in the meantime, we can use him to deliver pizzas, and not pay him, and all these benefits because he's not a real person, so we don't have to pay him and all sorts of things like that.
Cut to the next day.
Sir, please, there's got to be something I can do that come on, just there's got to be something you can do to let me out. I mean, you can't keep
Oh,
holding me
there
here.
is something you can do. There is something you can do. Mwahaha.
Well, what is it? Well,
Oh, I think I know what I'm gonna. I think I'll have you go egg some guy's house, and then if the police show up, you can say I'm dead, and then they won't be able to arrest you.
I'm dead. Then that's just supposed to. So just by telling them, okay, I'm dead. I didn't commit that crime. That should go over as planned, and then I can go free, or
Oh no,
like
no, we have much more devious plans for you. We'll have you show up at people's houses at night, so they think they'll be possessed by a ghost, and then we'll sell them Ghostbusters so that they'll think, oh, I need to get the ghost out of my house, but
That
really
very
it's you,
same
and
night.
we'll just.
That very same night. I hear a bump. Who's that? Show yourself.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Johnson.
I am the ghost of a previously dead person.
Mr. Johnson, you died in the chipper accident 10 years ago.
Ah, but now you see me presented to you in front of you.
But
Cut to the
Mr.
next
Johnson,
morning.
that makes no sense. You're dead. You're crushed into a
The next
million little
morning.
pieces.
Cut to the next morning. Knock, knock, knock. We're here for the ghosts.
Hello, this is this the Ghostbusters?
This is the Ghostbusters. Yes, the real Ghostbusters.
Ah,
We
perfect.
heard that you've got a ghost.
Yeah, there was this man, Mr. Johnson. He was swallowed by a wood chipper 10 years ago.
Yes, yes. Just take this candle.
All right. The candle's free, right?
Nope, nope. The candle is $100,
$100. I'll live
but it will
with the
get rid of
ghost.
your ghost. It will get rid of your ghost forever, guaranteed.
I ain't paying $100 to get rid of no ghost. I can talk to
Well,
the
then
ghost again.
Well, then it sounds like you're going to be possessed by the ghost. Not possessed. No, you're going to be haunted by the ghost for every waking minute that you're going to be alive for the next week at least.
Well, I really missed Mr. Johnson. We were great friends down at the foundry before the Witchupper accident. I really don't see the downside to me not buying your candle.
Cut
Well, you're going to
to
love not
that
having my
evening.
candle.
Cut to what?
Cut to that evening. Well, Wilfred.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, did you hear that?
Oh,
I
that must be Mr. Johnson.
Oh, thank goodness. I spent the night just so that I could hopefully talk to my father-in-law.
Mr.
Ooh.
Johnson, there's someone here who really wants to meet you.
Mr. Johnson, it's me, your daughter-in-law.
If
me,
I must
Lisa.
present myself, hello, Lisa.
I was just
Ooh, it is me. I am dead.
Knock, knock, knock.
Oh, Wilfred, there's someone at the door.
I'm opening the door. Who is this? Oh, Pizza
hi,
Jimmy.
I came to mediate the conversation. Yeah, I came to deliver it turns out you're just a possessed ghost pizza that was ordered. There's 2 candles on this one. Came to also mediate this conversation. I feel like there might be tension.
You can join for the seance discussion. It's probably going to be a real open heart discussion. You're great at mediating. You can come in. Come right in.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate the kindness.
Hey, Pizza Jimmy. I'm just here talking to my dead father-in-law. I just had a couple questions. Hey, Mr. Johnson, why were you at my wedding if you were dead?
Knock, 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 knock.
Oh,
Knock, knock,
Wilfred,
knock,
there's
knock,
someone
knock.
else at the door.
Oh my goodness, it's like a party in here. Hello?
It's me, the Ghostbuster. I heard there was a ghost in here. I brought a candle.
Go
Here,
away.
I'm gonna
We
put the
don't want to
candle-
bust. We
I'm
don't.
going to put the candle right in the
Oh,
middle of the
no.
living room. Mr. Johnson,
Not a
come with me.
candle.
Come with me. I'm busting you, you ghost. Come with me. You're
No,
going to walk
Dad.
out with
Not
me.
a candle.
Come on
No.
with me. Come on.
my
Jimmy, you're useless.
I already lost him once. I won't lose him again.
Lisa,
Let go of him. Let go of him. He's my ghost.
Mr. Johnson, how could I tackle you to the floor if you were a ghost? It doesn't make sense. I should have gone right through you. I was planning on falling on the floor.
He's a new solid ghost. He's a solid ghost.
A new solid ghost. Yes, of course. That must be it. I'm
I
a
don't
new
believe
solid
that for a
ghost.
second.
Me
We must be
neither.
going. We must be going. We must be
You
out of here.
stay right there, Ghostbuster.
I'm here to bust.
Explain yourself right now, Mr. Johnson. Now, I just told your daughter that you were dead for 10 years, and she cried for hours. So you better explain to me why you're not actually dead.
Now this is getting real spooky, huh? Well, you see, well, I'm actually just what did you guys want me to say? I'm dead. You said that
Dead.
would get me out. You're
don't
dead. I'm
include-
dead.
Mr. Johnson, that
don't-
excuse only works with the cops.
And bears.
Hmm. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Can I
Ghostbuster and
sidebar? Can we
Go
have a
ahead.
quick sidebar?
Yeah.
Go ahead, you guys.
Mr. Pizza. Okay. Guys, I'm out of excuses. What?
Mr.
Just
do I
tell him
say?
it
Johnson,
was.
I think the gig is up.
The gig is up. So I'm not dead.
I think so.
Am I still dead?
I think so. They know too much.
Can't believe Mr. Johnson pretended to be dead for 10 years so he could sneak away, but then he showed up at the wedding because he was too excited for the wedding.
I mean, it is heartwarming that he cared so much about his daughter that he decided to return to the town where people would surely recognize him. Hey, Mr. Johnson, I'm glad you're my stepdad.
But little did she know that maybe She was the ghost all along.
Scene. So we actually hi chat. We actually have videos on in our call, and I could see that Ricardo was trying to say scene even though he's muted.
Am I
And
muted?
I thought that was pretty funny, and you guys might want some behind the scenes. But thank you everyone for coming to our show. We had a lot of fun planning it for you guys, and we had a lot of fun doing it. Also, everyone spam Pog in the chat because this is David's first ever show.
Yeah.
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 Whoa.
So
Whoa.
great job,
Yeah.
David. You did great.
Thanks. Yeah, Pogs in the chat for me, boys. Let's go.
And that's probably it for tonight. Do any of you guys have anything to add?
I also just want to quickly add that David was also the one who kind of set up all this fancy, schmancy little audio bars and stuff.
Oh boy.
Credit where credit is due.
Tech wizard is.
Well, don't forget to check out facebook.com/RIT Improv if you're interested in seeing more from us here at RIT Improv. We host workshops on Mondays and Thursdays. And yeah, I mean, all of our information's over on the Facebook. So go check us out if you'd like to do what we do here.
Thank you so much
S-
for. Thank you so
yeah,
much for
thank you for
watching
coming.
or listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone for listening. And yeah, bye bye, everyone.
Goodbye. Good night.